Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. Several countries expressed their welcome of the Sultanate of Oman's efforts in reaching a ceasefire agreement between the United States and the relevant authorities in Sana'a in Yemen. Following an exchange of attacks between India and Pakistan, the Sultanate of Oman calls on the two countries to contain the escalation and open the way for diplomatic efforts to find an understanding. Oman Investment Authority succeeds in strengthening its strategic portfolio and diversifying its investment in the water sector. And with an investment exceeding 24 million Omani riyals, a number of water projects are inaugurated in Wusta Governorate. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Highness Sayyid Shihab bin Tariq Al Saeed, Deputy Prime Minister for Defense Affairs, received in his office today His Excellency Kiyoshi Serizawa, Ambassador of Japan to the Sultanate of Oman. During the meeting, the two sides reviewed bilateral relations binding the two countries and discussed topics of mutual concern. The Foreign Ministry issued a statement as follows. Following recent discussions and contacts conducted by the Sultanate of Oman with the United States of America and the relevant authorities in Sana'a in the Republic of Yemen with the aim of achieving de-escalation, efforts resulted in a ceasefire agreement between the two sides. In the future, neither side will target the other, including U.S. vessels in the Red Sea and Bab al-Mandab, ensuring freedom of navigation and smooth flow of international commercial shipping. The Sultanate of Oman expressed its gratitude to both parties for their constructive approach that led to this welcome outcome, with hopes that it will lead to further progress on many regional issues towards achieving justice, peace and prosperity for all. The Gulf Cooperation Council, the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan and the Arab Republic of Egypt have welcomed the efforts of the Sultanate of Oman, which resulted in reaching a ceasefire agreement in Yemen with the United States. The Secretary General of the Gulf Cooperation Council affirmed that the Sultanate of Oman's efforts embody the constructive and effective role it plays in supporting the security and stability of the region. He noted that the Sultanate of Oman, through its wise and diplomatic policies, continued to promote security and peace at the regional and international levels. Similarly, in a statement issued today by the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Egypt, expressed a hope that this agreement would positively impact freedom of navigation in the Red Sea. Egypt also voiced its aspiration that the coming period would see full adherence to the agreement. The Foreign Ministry issued a statement as follows. The Sultanate of Oman is following with deep concern that the current military escalation between Republic of India and the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. It calls on the two neighboring countries to contain this dangerous escalation, open the way for diplomatic efforts to reach an understanding between them, and prioritize political solutions to preserve security and stability. Through its investment in the American company Gradient, Oman Investment Authority succeeded in strengthening its strategic portfolio and diversifying its investment in the water sector. The deal is among Oman Investment Authority's most prominent step in localizing global technologies and utilizing them in the local sector. Gradient is a leading global provider of advanced solutions for water and wastewater treatment with 166 registered patents, in addition to 67 patent applications awaiting approval. This investment relationship was also characterized by local initiatives, the most important of which Gradient's cooperation with Nama Water Services Company to launch Oman Laboratories Investment Innovation Center. In addition to the cooperation with the Turing Company, one of Gradient's subsidiaries, to discuss opportunities to leverage artificial intelligence in addressing water sector challenges in the Sultanate of Oman. The Ministry of Labour celebrated the honouring of institutions that excelled in institutional excellence for the year 2024. Excellence focuses on instilling a culture of continuous development and enhancing competitiveness indicators. 17 institutions were honoured during the ceremony that fulfilled the requirements necessary in reaching the best levels of performance. The ceremony was presided over by His Excellency Dr. Muhammad bin Saeed Ba'awain, Minister of Labour. Nama Water Services celebrated the opening of a number of water projects in Wusta Governorate with an investment exceeding 24 million Omani riyals. These projects come within the efforts to achieve water security in the Governorate. The new projects enhance the sustainability of water services, keeping pace with the expansion of population centres and economic projects. The most prominent projects include the water supply expansion project between the wilayas of Duqm and Hema, which extend for more than 200 kilometres. It is worth mentioning that the project will serve over 4,500 citizens. The opening was presided over by His Excellency Sheikh Ahmed bin Musallim Al-Qathiri, Governor of Al-Wusta. A regional symposium on improving the ranking of Arab universities in international ranking kicked off today in Muscat. The two-day event seeks to promote the academic reputation for Omani universities and consolidate their competitive status at regional and international levels. It also provides an opportunity to introduce strategies that align educational institution practices with international standards and improve key areas of performance like quality of academic output, the effectiveness of educational methodologies, and the impact of scholarly research. The symposium also provides universities with new measures necessary for enhancing their reputation and augmenting their ranking. The symposium is held under the auspices of Her Excellency Dr. Rahma bint Ibrahim Al-Mahrouqiya, Minister of Higher Education, Research and Innovation. A key workshop in Muscat brought together Gulf stakeholders to address challenges facing private sector and strengthening regional economic integration under the GCC Common Market. More details in the following report.
In a joint effort to enhance regional integration and foster dialogue among private sector stakeholders, the Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industry OCCI, in collaboration with the Federation of GCC Chambers, organized a high-level workshop in Muscat to address key challenges and opportunities within the GCC Common Market framework.
The importance of the workshop for GCC Wisal is to discuss between the different merchants in the Gulf about improving the coordination between different sectors, especially to improve services rather than just products in the Gulf. And these Wisal workshops will conclude in having bigger seminars between the Gulf decision makers, governments, and private sectors and chambers in order to improve the policies and the business practices in the Gulf.
The event brought together leading figures from across the Gulf to examine various obstacles facing intra-GCC trade, particularly those impacting Omani enterprises. Discussions covered issues such as regulatory and legislative inconsistencies, customs and logistical barriers, and difficulties in securing investment and financing for cross-border commercial projects.
There are a lot of challenges and opportunities in unifying the market and exchanging the opportunities in different commodities. My view is from being an insurance professional, there are a lot of challenges in the insurance sectors and the reinsurance sectors, which allows me to think that there is an immediate need in each country to have a centralized reinsurance to control the cash flow movement from the area to the various reinsurance in the world.
Participants emphasized the importance of unified trade policies, more efficient transport systems, and better access to incentives that support private sector growth. The workshop served as a platform for sharing ideas and recommending practical solutions to enhance Gulf economic cooperation. This initiative supports OCCI's broader strategy to empower the private sector and improve the overall business climate in line with the objectives of Oman Vision 2040, which prioritizes economic diversification and stronger regional ties. Abdullah bin Ahmed al-Rubi'i, Sultanate of Oman Television, Muscat.
The Royal Air Force of Oman, represented by Ghala Bays and Sultan Qaboos Air Academy, today organized a symposium titled Change and Continuous Improvement. The symposium reviewed the National System for Institutional Innovation, developing government institutional performance, analyzing big data using scientific tools and methodologies, and leading change in the areas of digital transformation, which are among the goals of Oman Vision 2040. A number of working papers were also presented during the symposium, covering various fields. Asyad Group has announced the launch of massive cargo vessel Sohar Max, utilizing wind propulsion technology to achieve superior environmental efficiency. Here's a report.
A massive cargo vessel, Sohar Max, is launched as a strategic initiative that reflects a forward-looking commitment to sustainability in maritime transportation. The ambitious project underscores Asyad's dedication to delivering innovative solutions that drive the maritime sector's transition to sustainability by integrating wind propulsion technologies that significantly reduce carbon emissions and lead the shift toward cleaner and more efficient energy in maritime operations. Sohar Max vessel presents a model of innovative solutions that contribute to supporting Oman in achieving net zero emissions by 2050, minimizing environmental impact, and enhancing the efficiency of maritime operations. This project is a true example of Asyad Group's commitment to sustainable innovation and a milestone in its journey towards a maritime future that balances economic development and environmental preservation. It is worth noting that equipping the Sohar Max with innovative wind propulsion technology is a landmark achievement, and it reflects the commitment to developing eco-friendly logistics solutions that reduce carbon emissions and enhance the efficiency of global supply chains.
In a public-private partnership initiative to provide people with disabilities the tools to succeed, the Productive Shelter Workshop at Al Wafa Center for Rehabilitation of Persons with Disabilities in the Wilaya of Nizwa was inaugurated. Here's more on this report.
The Productive Sheltered Workshops at Al Wafa Center in the Wilaya of Nizwa represent a new model of inclusion, bringing together public and private sector efforts to empower persons with disabilities. These workshops focus on building technical and creative skills that help participants enter the workforce, improve their quality of life, and boost their economic and social independence.
This inauguration today comes, as a duty of care from MEM and the Ministry of Social Development and the companies in the oil and gas industry. PDO, alongside with the other companies, they actually pay duty of care for these handicapped people. What we've seen today actually is heart-thrilling. What we have seen today is really amazing. The products they produce, they go outside, they are being sold everywhere. And these guys, rather than being liability to their families and the society, they are now actually producers. And we are very happy from what we have seen today.
Spanning multiple sections, the workshops offer hands-on training in areas such as traditional crafts, agriculture, services, and the use of technology. The environment is adapted to individual needs, creating a safe and supported space where participants can gain confidence, discover their abilities, and express themselves through meaningful work. A dedicated exhibition showcased a wide range of products created by the trainees, highlighting both the impact of the program and the talent within the community. Inside these halls, the focus is on ability, a starting point for something bigger, turning potential into real progress. Reporting from the Wilaya of Nizwa, this is Saleh Bukhalfan al-Rahbi, الداخلية, Governorate.
This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. Several countries expressed their welcome of the Sultanate of Oman's efforts in reaching a ceasefire agreement between the United States and the relevant authorities in Sana'a in Yemen. Following an exchange of attacks between India and Pakistan, the Sultanate of Oman calls on the two countries to contain the escalation and open the ways for diplomatic efforts to find an understanding. Oman Investment Authorities succeeds in strengthening its strategic portfolio and diversifying its investment in the water sector. And with an investment exceeding 24 million Omani riyals, a number of water projects are inaugurated in Wusta Governorate. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the studios and the newsroom, it's good night and stay safe.